What's up, everybody? You asked for it, so here I am with the paper plate chronicle. Let's get it. Alright, so today we're going to be making something simple, a calzone. I use pepperoni, bacon, cheese, tomato sauce, and dough. Can't get any easier than that, right? Now these little ingredients, you'll see what those are going to be used for later. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is pour a little bit of oil onto the pan. I'll spread that around real even so that our dough doesn't stick while it's cooking. Then I'm going to grab the dough. The dough that I use is going to be coming from Walmart. It's just the pre-made doughs that they have. So you see other people in pizza shops and stuff like that. They take the dough, they start putting it on their hands, stretching it out and all that stuff, tossing it in the air. Yeah, your boy ain't that good at that. From there, I'm going to stretch out my dough, pat, and get it to the size that I want it to be. Kind of in a circular-ish shape. Doesn't have to be perfect. So, after we get the dough to the shape that we want it to be, I put some cheese down first, just to make sure none of the sauce leaks through the bottom. Then, I'm going for my pepperoni. Remember, at this point in time, you can put whatever you want to inside of your calzone. You can do olives, green peppers, onions, anchovies if you're into that type of thing. I'm not. But go ahead and start filling up with your favorite ingredients. Just make sure when you're putting the pepperonis on that you place them as strategically as possible. So I'm minding my business trying to do this little video for y'all. And then guess what happens? Suddenly, a wild Grayson appears. After my sous chef gives me the okay, I move on to the next step. I'm using some low sodium bacon bits, which I also got from Walmart, because I didn't have any normal bacon on hand. Typically I'll chop up my own bacon bits, but you gotta work with what you got, right? After I go with the bacon, I'm gonna start putting some of the sauce on. Remember, I saved the sauce for almost last, so that way it doesn't seep through the bottom of the crust or anything. Then, from there, I add a little bit more cheese because we want this thing to be super duper cheesy. The more cheese, the better. Next step is going to be to fold this bad boy over. If you want to, you can stuff it a little bit more, but I saved room so that way I can do this little twist pattern that I'm about to show you now. From here, all you got to do is pinch and fold the dough over itself for the entire border of the calzone. Then in the end, you'll be left with a nice twisted crust that you can use to dip into any extra marinara sauce or your sauce of choice. I'm gonna curl my end in, make it look pretty, and then voila, there you have it, a twisted dough crust. Next, I use my knife to cut slits into the top of the calzone. You don't have to do that, but if you don't, then the steam will stay in there, and sometimes it'll cause the dough to puff up. I didn't necessarily want that, so I cut those 3 slits. Next, I'm going to use an egg wash to cover the top of it. An egg wash is just egg and water or egg and milk. You don't want to put too much water or too much milk in there. But what you do is you brush it across the top of your calzone, and what this does is it makes it nice and shiny and gives it a nice sheen on the top once it's done baking. Once you're done with the egg wash, it's time to put it in the oven. I put mine in the oven on 450 for about 15 minutes, but you should check it in the meantime to make sure it doesn't burn or anything. Voila, there you have it, a beautiful baked calzone. This is a clean brush, it's butter. Okay, it's butter and Italian seasoning, a little bit of garlic, just to give that crust some flavor. Watch this reveal of this cheese. It's going to be magnificent. And boom. Yeah, I know, a little disappointing, right? But that tends to happen. You see, it's very cheesy on the inside. What you going to do? Things don't always come out perfect.